Christina Partsinevelos has Nvidia for us. Christina?
Scott, what we're seeing is that earnings or revenue right now is coming in at $8.29 billion, which is a beat, and yet the stock is reacting negatively. Earnings per share came in adjusted at 1.36 cents. The reason why we're seeing part of this massive sell-off is the Q2 outlook. Q2 outlook coming in lighter than expected at $8.1 billion, plus or minus 2%, according to the company. They say that they have to account for roughly $500 million pertaining to Russia as well as China lockdown, so they're still preparing for that in the next quarter. They did say that data centers, because I know Josh alluded to that earlier, data centers was the largest part of this business, even though gaming had a record quarter. So you are seeing top line beat, but unfortunately outlook much lower or lighter than anticipated. Actually, I should use a lighter word. So lighter than anticipated, and hence the sell-off so far.
All right, I appreciate that, Christina. We'll hear from you again, I'm sure, before this hour is through. Josh Brown, your initial reaction, what I think about when I hear what Christina said, I sort of remember what Chuck Robbins had to say of Cisco, right? Russia is an issue. The China lockdowns are an issue. And then you try and gauge where real demand is in your core businesses.
Well, look, if you were trading it for the earnings, then yes, you would be disappointed that there might be a cost associated with not doing as much business in Russia and lockdown Shanghai. If you're a long-term investor and you're selling the stock because of Russia, you should probably have your next phone call be to your parents and yell at them for allowing you to grow up in a room with lead in the paint. So I think this really boils down to, why do you own it? What is your holding period? And what are you expecting from the company's fundamentals over what period of time? I don't know a lot of people that get long a name like this into any specific earnings quarter because they think they have an edge. So, you know, for me, it's like hard to relate to why the stock would be down 8% over China lockdown in Russia. So, as always, I would say wait for the call, listen to what they have to say. If the outlook is getting worse for other reasons, beyond just those two very idiosyncratic specific things, okay, new lows are probably justified, but we don't know that yet. That seems ambiguous.
Hey, I'm thinking of, Pete Najarian today on the halftime report, buying it ahead of the number, right? And he'd been looking at it for a while.
He's doing options. That's not
No, he bought the
I think
stock.
He's doing options, though, right?
No. He actually bought the stock. Now, he has some options against it as a hedge, obviously, but he did buy the stock. And that's sort of what I alluded to earlier. It's like, you look at stocks you like, and you're like, okay, enough is enough in terms of the selling, so you're willing to make a gutsy move.
I would have waited a day.
Right ahead of the quarter.
In this tape, I would have waited a day, because what's your worst case scenario? They report a great quarter, the stock goes up 7%, and then by the afternoon it's flat. Then you buy it. Like, I guess that's just the environment. That's not always the right thing to do. That's the environment we're in. Name one company that reported a good quarter a week ago or 2 weeks ago and is higher now. I can't think of a single one, not even one. So I don't know that that's something that I would have done, but I make other mistakes. So I would never be critical of what another investor decides to do.
Yeah. No, I just bring it up certainly as a reference point, not to tee him up for you to knock him down in any stretch. And I think you and Pete know that.
Love Pete.
Bryn, what's your reaction here to the numbers and to the stock?
Listen, I'm not surprised. If it actually opens down only 10% tomorrow, I think that's kind of a victory, because the market has been taking these companies out to the woodshed. But if you take it back, read the report, listen to the earnings, Nvidia is at the cross-section of every important technology over the past 30 years and probably over the next 20 years. And so at some point in time, Nvidia is going to give investors another fat pitch to go into the stock at a much cheaper valuation while the company continues to get stronger and stronger. And so, I have a rule: I don't buy stocks right before earnings, just because, especially in this market, because who knows what's going to happen. And I feel like the bias is to the downside. But ultimately, this company is getting stronger and stronger, because think about artificial intelligence, autonomous driving, data, gaming center. Those aren't going anywhere. What's happening is we are in a tightening cycle with the Fed. Market is risk off. This is a wonderful company that literally will be at the cross-section of every main important technology, going forward. So I think this is a good year to accumulate the shares if you don't own it.